Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly why you need to stop saying that you're looking for a good woman to date. And oftentimes guys who tell themselves that they're looking for a good woman or they're seeking a good woman to date or to find with good qualities, this is oftentimes the man just coping because he has lack of purpose, lack of direction, and does not understand the correct frame that he has to demonstrate as a man to actually have a woman consistently stay attracted to him. So what I'm going to be showing you step by step today is exactly the qualities to demonstrate, so that way you attract what it is that you're actually wanting to inside of your dating life. Now, after this video is over, I want you to do one thing and one thing only. Go down below, click the link in the description, and check out the MBT Masculine Behavioral Technique full-length end-to-end webinar presentation that I put together for you, so that way you can actually copy that system into your dating life and you can go and get results at a far quicker pace. Let's dive in. Okay, for a lot of you, this video is probably going to sting, but truthfully, I really don't care, because you guys need to hear this shit and you need to hear it raw and truthful for what it is. So as a man, you can never say, oh, I want to find a good woman, or I'm hoping I can date a good woman. Okay, when you say things like that, what you're actually saying is you're saying, please help me find a woman who is consciously going against her feminine nature and her feminine hardwiring. And this is bad, because if you actually take an internal look at yourself when this thought goes through your head, for most men, this is a cover-up for deep emotional weakness. Okay, so what you're really telling yourself when you're saying, oh, just let me find a good woman who just likes me for me, or who loves me for me and is willing to be there by my side through thick and thin no matter what you're actually saying is you're saying, let me be emotional and let me emote to a woman. Okay, let me emote to her whenever I feel like it. Let me act soft and let me drop my guard. Okay, let me just, act however I want. Let me sit on the couch all day and cuddle her, and let me kiss her, and let me act all lovey-dovey without this lowering attraction or without her losing desire. And this is bullshit. The reason why this is bullshit is because, just like I told you, this is a cover-up for deep emotional weakness. This emotional weakness is going to naturally turn women off. So what you got to realize is this idea in your head about a perfect woman or a woman with good qualities. Okay, women take on the qualities of the man who's leading her in the first place, which means the only way you attract what you're truly desiring is to become the type of masculine man that you know you need to be. So let's just think about this for one more second. Okay, this idea of this woman you have in your head who will want you to be however you want to act and act however you'd prefer and still love you for you, this does not exist. So do not expect a woman to go against her hardwiring. When you expect a woman to do that, what you're actually saying is, how do I find a woman who consciously will override what she's attracted to and just stay attracted to me and love me for me just because of who I am? This doesn't exist. What you have to do as a man is you have to truly love hypergamy. You have to learn to love hypergamy, and I'm going to explain why. A woman who follows her hypergamous instincts allows her to search for men with all three areas of strength. So when I say something like this, you might be sitting there wondering, well, what are all three areas of strength? Or what are the three areas of strength that a man has to show, or that a man has to demonstrate, or that a man has to possess? I'm going to explain. You want to consciously, 100% of the time, every week, throughout every year, every week, every day, every month, every year, I don't care. You need to be really looking at your physical strength, number one. You need to be looking at your emotional strength, number two. And you need to be looking at your mental strength, which is the third. If you have all of these, what is that going to do, or what is that going to represent? Well, if you're working on your physical strength and you're building your body and you're strong and you're able and you're capable, you're now going to look like a guy who's strong. You're going to look like a guy with probably a V taper and low body fat. She's going to look at you and you're going to look arousing. You have good genes. She's like, oh my gosh, this guy's strong. This guy looks powerful. She's attracted to you. She's drawn to that strength, that masculinity. Okay. Number two would be non-neediness. Well, what would non-neediness look like? Non-neediness shows up in your emotional strength. When you don't feel the need to call her 24/7, ask her what she's doing, ask her when the next time you're going to get to see her is, any of that, she sees that you're actually a man with your own purpose and your own life. okay? But this neediness also goes a step further. Every single time that you as a man are craving or desiring intimate touch, she sees that you are not complete as you are. If she sees that you're not complete as you are, this is going to turn her off. The last thing you need to look at is you need to look at your mental strength. With your mental strength, that means when you say you have a goal, whether that be to the world or to yourself, you hold yourself to it. No matter what, through thick and thin, no matter how hard it gets, you're willing to persevere and keep going. Regardless of how you feel, you stick to your goals. When she sees that you can successfully accomplish things and you're driven in life, this turns her on because you look like a guy who knows how to win. Okay? Women want to be around winners. So, this is what you have to focus on. When you actually learn to love hypergamy, it's very easy to win because you say, okay, all I have to do is get strong in these three areas: my physical strength, my emotional strength, and my mental strength. And from there, what can you do? You can now start to separate yourself from the majority of other men, where it gets so easy to win. It gets so easy to have success. It gets so easy to separate yourself from the majority of guys who don't have this figured out, that you actually stand out. Now, here's the funny part about this. The biggest thing, or the biggest way oftentimes men will attract women, is through higher levels of status. Okay, higher levels of social status, higher levels of status within your friend group, higher levels of status within your career. All of these, the mental strength, the physical strength, and the emotional strength, this is what makes up status as a man. The reason being is because a man must create value. When you create value in this world, people see that you have value. When they see that you have value based off what you've built, whether that be building yourself or building something or being known for something, this will elevate your status. So naturally, by focusing on these three, okay, becoming physically strong, emotionally strong, and having mental strength, you start to actually win in life. You start to accomplish your goals. You start to take risks. Those risks oftentimes, because you've probably acquired skill sets along the way, pay off. As they pay off, people notice. As people notice, your status increases. Okay? This is how it works. As a man, this is what you have to focus on. If you can start to adapt your mindset to this, you can actually learn to love hypergamy because it works with you instead of against you. The more work you put into yourself, the bigger payoff. The bigger payoff because women see that there's something different about you. This is very important to understand. So while majority of guys are out there chasing women, you are chasing your own success, you're chasing your own goals, you're chasing your own path, you're driven, and you don't live life on anybody else's terms besides your own. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it. If you do want to do something, you do it, okay? And that allows you to stay focused on your own mission and where you're going in life. Now, searching for a good woman to love you for you is a cover-up for deep-rooted lack of purpose, meaning, and direction in life as a man. That's a heavy statement, okay? That's deep. So if it's deep, we should probably repeat it one more time. Searching for a good woman to love you for you is a cover-up for deep-rooted lack of purpose, okay? Lack of meaning, and lack of direction in life. If you're not happy where you are in life, a woman cannot solve that for you. If you're not happy with where you're going or where you're at with your career, a woman is not going to solve that for you. You have to be complete as a man. So searching for a woman to love you for you is a cover-up as a man for deep-rooted lack of purpose, lack of meaning, okay, and lack of direction in life. That means when man has no meaning, when you as a man have no meaning, why you're living and what you're doing, okay, what your purpose is on this earth. When a man has no meaning, women becomes the thing he's searching for to fill that void. This is very bad. The reason why it's very bad is because this will lead to emasculation. Well, what does that look like? Think about this for a second. This leads to emasculation because if you're chasing women, or if you're looking for the next thrill, or you're looking for the next woman to, potentially date, or whatever the case may be, you will now naturally fall to lust, you will naturally fall to temptation, and you're going to be attracting negative energy. These three things, lust, temptation, and negative energy, is going to make it very hard for you to be happy in life. This is going to make it very hard for you to have purpose in life, have meaning in life, and be solid as a man with who you are, okay? You're going to notice this too. When you see guys who are trying to, get a lot of girls or attract a lot of girls, what happens with that is they're partying so much, they're drinking so much. Okay, oftentimes they fall in with the wrong friend groups. They fall in with the wrong. It's like they start to just, and even if they're attracting women, and even if the women are beautiful, it's like what comes with it, what comes with the lifestyle, oftentimes leads to emasculation. And by the end of it, they have to deal with all of the emotional battles as well, just like anybody else would. But see, this is what's not talked about. This is what's covered up, okay? So when you chase these things, you're not going to be rewarded in the long run. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be what you're wanting. Now, a good woman, okay, and I have that in quotation marks because I want this to sink in, because this is what guys say. They're like, oh, if I could only just find a good woman, then I'd be happy, okay? A good woman is a result of the man leading her along with her environment, okay? That means women take on the energy and are molded by who they're around. They take on the energy of who they're around, meaning that their circumstance and environment and life setup is going to oftentimes dictate how they actually will navigate the world. And oftentimes, if they fall into the category of someone you would say is good or someone who you would think is not necessarily good to date. But see, when you start to see this for what it is, that every person, and not just women, anybody, when you see this for what it is, you start to realize that there's no really good or bad, there's just people, okay? And every day when a person wakes up, you get to choose. You get to choose every day when you wake up, do you want to go down a road that is good or a road that is bad? Everybody, and I mean everybody, has the capability to do things that are not good, and everybody has the capability to do things that are good. So this idea or this generalization of finding the one woman who could do you no wrong, who could do you no harm, who never has a bad thought, this doesn't exist. Women take on the energy and are molded by who they're around, their environment, their circumstance, how that man is leading her. This is important to internalize because they will act totally different with two different men. Okay, this guy acts a certain way, this guy acts a certain way. They both lead the woman in different ways. She will act completely different as she categorizes both of them differently. And this is what you have to understand, is you get to pick how you want to live your own life. What you must do is you must be the man that you know you need to become first. If you become the man that you know you need to become first, you're going to notice that you start to attract the right type of woman into your life, but it starts with you. That means you getting very clear on your vision in life, you getting clear on your mission in life, you getting clear on your purpose in life, okay? And allowing that to help you shine through with your confidence, allowing that to help elevate and raise your status. See, as you start to, acquire wins in life, as you start to let your success snowball, the key is allowing that to give you the internal confidence within yourself to shine through and let your personality be how you want it to be. They have to go hand in hand. And as you do that, as you start to act differently, you will notice that status increase. As you notice that status increase, you'll attract the type of women that you want. But it starts with you. It starts with you as a man, fixing the man first, being who you know you need to become. And that starts with you actually not saying or quit saying or stop saying that you want to find a good woman. If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button. I want you to go down below, click the link in the description. I want you to check out that full-length webinar presentation that I put together for you. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.